Hey guys, this video is to answer the question why I cannot go back to the Jehovah's Witness religion. Why can't I, in order to reunite with my family, go back to the Kingdom Hall and pick up where I left off? Think what you want in your head, but just go through the motions so that you can restore family relationships. And why I cannot go back and why I will never go back is because the whole religion is founded on lies and deceit. Just reading Pastor Russell's books, the study in the scripture books, really was an eye-opener. The writings they just rambled on, and they were delusional. I really had to stop at various points and ask myself if he was really, truly in his right mind. He made a lot of predictions that were way off, not even close. All the churches were going to burn in 1921. Just all kinds of crazy, nonsensical predictions that never came true. So then you have to ask yourself, okay, so if his writings are delusional and false, then was he the one who was picked by Jesus, who came in 1914, supposedly? And was he picked to restore true religion, him and his group of Bible students? The answer is no. And how do I know this? Because year after year after year, the organization continued to put out false information, false doctrines, false predictions. And you can't be false and be connected with God. There's my dilemma. Now, some people have said, as far as dispensing food at the proper time, that maybe this, he had to slowly progress the way people's thoughts were. It was a different time. People were not as liberal as they are today in their thinking, and maybe it was baby steps. That he was just slowly changing the minds of people. Okay, nice try. But then you have to go back and ask yourself, would God dispense falsehoods so that he can baby step us to truth? That's not the God I know. I'm actually one of those people who left the organization and still believes in a God. And the God that I know doesn't dispense rotten food until you can get to a point where he can give you truth. He's a God of truth. He's not associated with lies, with falsehoods, with misrepresentations. And I don't know how you can get to falsehoods, deceits, false prophecies, false doctrines, and say that you're connected with the true God of all creation. How do you do that? You can't. You can't do that. And when you do leave the organization and you really take a step back and you really see it from the outside and you're able to turn it and really look at all facets of the organization, and not just about the doctrines, but about the way they handle the child abuse cases, child molestings, about how the financial aspect of the organization, how they acquire the Kingdom Halls on the brothers and sisters' dime. then whip it out from under them, sell it, have them travel to a whole new congregation where they have to continue to dump in money for this whole new kingdom hall and territory, rip it out, sell it, and it's just a real estate. I don't even know the word. It's just it's a ripoff. And that alone doesn't speak to God and his character. If he wants to provide something for his people, he'll provide it. And he doesn't need my wallet or your wallet or anybody else's wallet to do so. If he wants something to come about, it will. That's not to say that you don't contribute or you don't put forth, but this is just stealing. This is just fleecing the flock. This is the very thing that they point to Christendom to do to their members, and they're doing it too. All this property that they sold in New York, laid off all these people. Are they getting money, like a severance pay or something to set them on their new lives, to get reacclimated into the regular world where they have to get a job? I mean, there's people that I'm sure have been at Bethel for decades and who don't know anything else. Anyway, there is no way. They offer nothing. There's nothing to go back to. They don't offer you peace of mind. They don't offer you comfort. They don't offer you love because it's conditional. They can't offer you salvation because only God can do that. He gives it freely. So what do they have to offer? Nothing. They can keep you busy. They can take your money. You know, they can use you for free labor. But there is no going back to the organization. It holds nothing. It's void of all value. And I'm just really thankful that I was able to step away from that. And what a burden that has been lifted off my shoulders. I'm very thankful for that. Very, very thankful. I'm going to tell you, if you're watching this video and you are a witness and you're going, I know what it's like to try to stay on that treadmill, to try to keep up with all the publications, although now it's, I don't know how in-depth it is. The magazines are so cheesy now. I don't know how much of the study articles, or you just get to watch movies. I don't know. You know, and another thing that's disturbing to me while I'm talking about it is the JW.org and how the governing body has really stepped forth into the light, and how they really want that attention and praise. I think getting up there, making themselves known. I mean, before you didn't even know who they were. You didn't know names of the governing body. You just knew that they were in Brooklyn, that they were working under Jehovah, that everything was, you know, going through the channel of communication. You didn't know who these guys were. Now you do. And I don't know if you've been exposed or you've heard on some of the other channels like My Plastic Microphone. Goodness sakes, go to that channel and listen to the statements of the governing body. Whew. thought my head was going to pop off at some of the statements that were made by Hurd and Morris. Oh, really all of them. Please go and view them. Watch that channel. And you get to see that these are men who have archaic thinking, who are male chauvinists, and who really aren't looking for your best interest or your children's best interest. They're really trying to usurp the glory of God. And trying to chase popularity among the within the organization, within the followers. The hype of the JW broadcastings. What happened to the days where nobody was, known by name so that everyone could be anonymous so that the glory would go to God? They're not anonymous. They're out front and center. And they're looking for your praise and your worship. Think about it. So, there's nothing to go back to. Just sharing some thoughts with you, just something that's been rolling around, and just gotta tell you the truth and let you know what you're serving, who you're serving. Take care. Have a good day.